Okay, so I'm pretty sure you guys all want an update. Did I complete everything in time? The answer is no. I got very darn close, though. Very darn close. I have one more module to complete and a half of the module to complete. And today was full of surprises and events, from being gang stalked everywhere I went by law enforcement, United States government. Then I had a phone call with the court in Colorado for the Jackson National case. I had Camden shooting pellets at my home while I was on the phone with the judge, instructed by law enforcement, might I add. And then the neighbors, both sides, banging on the living room wall because they knew that's where I was at, because FBI alerts them to where I'm at in my home. So, of course, all the motions, majority of the motions were denied. One was held, but that doesn't mean anything. Normally, the judges just sit there and just does this and basically just denies the motion. So on today's call, I said, if you're going to deny the motion, I objected. I object because I knew that's what they were going to do, because that's what he does. And so that's what went on today. We have a final pretrial hearing on October 1st. That's cemented. And I'm trying to think what else is going on. After I left that, 2-hour call, I tried to go finish taking the rest of my tests. So I went to another location. While I was there, after I was there for a while, I paid, for something to eat or whatever. So Xfinity owes me that. They owe me the money for that. They owe me the money for having to pay this license late, because all of this is their fault. And I found online that Xfinity has a pattern and practice of denying or ignoring judges' bankruptcy stays. So I'm not sure if they just do it with Judge Sage Siegler, or if they just do it in the state of Georgia, or they just do it a blanket. But they told another person that they no longer follow the automatic bankruptcy stay. Every bill that's owed, you have to pay. So the person posted that on Xfinity's or one of their pages, and I found it. So I sent that, of course, to Xfinity to let them know that you guys have a pattern of practice of this. Of course, this is not new, what you've done to me. I'm pretty sure gang stalking people with the FBI and law enforcement is also not new to Xfinity, since their ambassador actually was promoted. One of their employees, management or whatever, was promoted to ambassador of Canada. What location is he at? Trying to think. I had this written down somewhere, but he was promoted. So they're not paying any attention to anything that any civilian has to say, especially a pro se litigant, because that's just how pro se individuals are treated in court. Judges ignore them. Do not deny them due process. Counsel lies. The counsel today, she just has a habit of lying. That's all she does. When she opens her mouth, it's a lie. And so she, of course, continued that path today. And so it was a little discourse on the call. That's what they love. They love discourse because, of course, following their mythological books, they like to associate me with discourse. So they, figured everywhere I go, they want to harass me. That's why they had the cop harassing me the other day. So this is what I have to deal with from the United States government, targeting and terrorizing people for no reason at all. They had me assaulted at Jackson National. Jackson National, their employees had me gang stalked, assaulted, and then they were promoted. So, I have to wait to find out if the EEOC, who's plaintiff on the case, because I'm intervening plaintiff. I have to wait to find out if they're going to forward me the affidavit from Corey Walker, who said his salary is $800,000 in the affidavit, but in the information that Jackson submitted to court, they said his salary was a lot lower, $500,000. So I'm trying to find out. I've been asking since March if I'm ever going to get that affidavit, because I have a final pretrial order due. How would you like for me to provide you with this evidence if you don't give me the information that I need? So of course, this is cops over here faking they're faking a pullover because they know I'm coming back this way. That's the location right there that shut off the Wi-Fi when I was, getting ready to go sit in the parking lot to use it. Of course, they're all coordinated together because that's Brookhaven. Right here is Brookhaven. Right there is a cop. He's Brookhaven, sitting there waiting, stalking people. But this is what goes on in. So what he did was he turned off the light. That's what he did. He turned off the light. They made the light flashing, and then now it's green. So they wanted to see if I was going to run the light so he can have a reason to pull me over. This is what they do in the state of Georgia. Not just the state of Georgia. This goes on in other states. Started in Colorado. They followed me to Florida, was harassing me in Florida when I went to go try to get a break for them shooting pellets at my home. And then they harassed me as soon as I left, sending me letters and emails. You need to do this and you need to do that. And I'm like, well, I just left out of town, so I can't do that. And of course they were aware of that because that's what law enforcement told them to do, to harass me. They knew exactly where I was going in Florida because they had me followed and stalked in Florida by law enforcement, and then had Orlando firefighters driving by acting a fool on their sirens just like Chamblee firefighters do. So they went to the old high school that I used to go to. They acted a fool in that area, Booker T. Washington High School. And then when I went to my fake uncle's house, they started going back and forth in front of his home. Now he has security cameras, okay? Okay, so of course a cop, he's pulling me over, so I'm getting pulled over right now. Because they have nothing better to do with their time. Let's see where he would. Oh, he's going to pull me over in the funeral home. So where he would like me to pull over? Where would you like me to pull over at? Like here? I don't know. I'm just going to stop here. So we're going to keep the phone going. I just took off my seatbelt for you. How are you?
How's it going?
Fine. Let me put on my mask.
Okay.
How are you? I see you guys been waiting for me.
What do you mean?
You guys have been harassing me for a couple of days. So what can I do?
Okay.
What can I do for you?
I'm Officer Hale,
Hi.
Brookhaven Police Department.
Hi.
Reason I stopped you today, first you stopped at a green light. And then second...
No, the lights were flashing.
No, they were green.
No, they were actually flashing. And then I stopped.
That was the yellow light that was telling you to turn left that was flashing.
No.
But the lights were solid green.
It was not solid green, so the light was flashing, and I stopped.
I could see the lights. But also the second reason I stopped you is because I was behind you at about 65 miles an hour.
Okay.
And it's a 45 mile an hour zone.
Okay.
Oh, you got your license on you today?
I sure do. Can I reach in the back and get it?
Where are you coming from today?
Is that important?
I just asked. I asked everybody that.
You guys know exactly where I came from.
I don't know you. This is my first time seeing you.
All right, you guys been following me all day. You know exactly where I came from, sir.
Sure. Thank you. Any reason for the speed?
I was heading home. Just heading home. I was trying to take a CE test today, and it didn't work out. I was trying to do it by midnight.
Yes, ma'am.
It didn't work out, so I'm heading home.
Okay. All right. Well, just what I hear.
And I was over here in the McDonald's parking lot, trying to take the test. That didn't work, so I went and dropped someone off, and I was heading back home.
Okay. All right. Well, just what I hear from my bear back, get you on your way. Okay.
Okay. First of all, the light was not green. It was flashing. The light was flashing. And you're going to see that because I actually had the camera up when I was driving, so. Because I showed you the cop. I showed you him sitting on the side waiting for me. And this is Brookhaven Police, so they've been harassing me all day. They told him to pull me over. He said I was doing 65. I was not doing 65 miles per hour. But if that's what he says I was doing, I'm not about to sit here and debate with these guys, because you saw what happened yesterday. The officer started harassing me yesterday. So they knew I was coming back home this way. That's why he was sitting on the side waiting for me. I told you they have nothing better to do with their time. And then, of course, they pulled me over in front of the funeral home because they like to harass me with things dealing with funerals, graves, cemeteries. This is basically how they had the realtor tell me about the apartments over here, and I didn't realize the apartment was in the parking lot or next to a funeral home, behind a funeral home. So that's what they had put me in.
All right, Miss Ford.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just gonna be a warning for the speed.
Okay.
Just try to slow down for me. That way you can make it home safe.
Okay, sir.
Home's not going anywhere. We have a lot of accidents back there,
Mm-hmm.
so I don't want you to get into an accident or
I
anything like
won't
that.
get into an accident. I hope you don't either, and I really appreciate you giving me the warning.
Yes, ma'am. There's a license back. Other than that, drive safe. Have a good rest of your night.
Mm-hmm. And just so you are aware, the light actually was flashing. That light was flashing. That's why I stopped. It was flashing.
If you believe so.
So
Okay.
I didn't want to run through the flashing light, so I stopped.
Okay.
Okay, but you said it was otherwise, but
Yes,
I'm going to
ma'am.
go with what you say. Because
All
you
right.
pulled over to wait for me, so...
I didn't. I was already there.
Okay.
But if that's what you believe, okay. Have a good rest of your night.
It's so full of shit. So basically, that's what they told him to do. Pull me over. You're going, and he's like, I'm talking to him. He's ignoring everything I say. Okay, well, that's what you believe. No, I believe that. I believe that you guys are harassing me. That's what I believe. I believe you guys are harassing me. And what they like to do is they like to record me on camera. So they like to harass me and they record me on camera. And since I've been filing complaints about their illegal activity, what they've been trying to do is get a ton of video evidence for court. So they target harass me for no reason. Now, he says the light was flashing. I'm going to look at the video and see exactly what was going on because I had the camera up because I turned the camera to show you guys. That light was flashing yellow and then it turned green. Boy, do I hope I have that on camera. And the only person going to get in an accident is the police officers. They're the ones that drive like fools. All of them are going to crash into each other at the same time because they lie about everything. Well, no, that's not what happened. I don't